Well, hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. Mac Atkinson here, along with Sheryl Harris and Dolphin Boschman. We want to share with you a couple of things, having just come out of a wonderful Sunrider meeting in Redmond, Washington, I should say, where we kind of kicked off our Reimagine convention tour up there. And I want certainly to hear from Sheryl, you and Phyn, but just to kind of kick things off, I just want to generally say that for me, this was all about just being together once again with family and friends. I had the wonderful opportunity to come together with all of our Sunrider cousins, if you will, up in the Seattle area under a deal, and the Abundant Living crew as part of our Rising Stars umbrella, if you will, that incorporates us all. Had a wonderful time getting together. Sheryl, you and Dolphin and Tim and Pam and a bunch of others came down from Canada, which I'll let you share about in a second. And again, it was wonderful because it kind of ended up on Sunday with a wonderful visit out to which Jay Soloff, got to thank Jay and Catherine so much for hosting that Sunday at the winery, the DeLille Winery. And just had a wonderful, wonderful day with you guys out there. So again, it was all about the people for me, as well as the messages. And enough from me. Sheryl, what was your take on the Redmond, Washington meeting?
Thanks, Mac. Well, like you, it was about the people, just getting together again and hugging. And we had so much fun laughing, especially our little family get together we had with our Sunrider family. I think we're all a little bit crazy, which is really great. And also, I loved where we were in that little area, and we got to go out and explore. And then on Saturday, being around the whole group and just listening to Sunny and Dr. Rubin and feeling their heart and hearing their message about how strong we are, even though we've had challenges, we are going to be bigger and better. And Friday night, of course, was just that intimate get together and hearing everybody's stories. And I think that is so important because that's what our business is all about, is the stories. And also, I absolutely loved going to that winery and having lunch there. It was beautiful. We didn't get to do the wine tasting like you did, Mac, but we sure enjoyed the lunch there. And all in all, I would say and I also want to mention about the 100. I'm one of the 100, and I am so excited about it because these 100 that we're going to eventually get to, I think we have about 60 now, we're all committed to just make Sunrider the #1 company in the world. And I know we can do it with our fabulous products. So all in all, it was a fantastic event. I encourage anyone that's in the Phoenix area to get out to your event, Mac. I was trying my best to get there, and looking forward to Regina, because we're having an event in Regina. And so I will be there and hang out with Phyn and the group, and we'll have a lot of fun there too. So really appreciate all you do for us, Mac, and love that you had that wonderful lunch for us. And you're just the best. Thank you. And
Hey,
love having Phyn with me. She's a sister to me.
You got that right. Well, yeah, it was a wonderful event, and I'll maybe touch on a couple of things again in a minute. But Dolphin, what was your perspective of the 3 days we had up there in Redmond, Washington?
Well, just first of all, yeah, getting together with everyone, an in-person meeting, the first one for me in 4 years. It was super fun driving down across the border. So just a road trip, right? It was super fun. And it's one of those things that, you encourage people to come to a live event, come to a live event. And words really never do it justice. So all I can say is if you show up, you will be so glad that you did. It's so much fun, so much connection. My word for the year is community. And that word was used a lot that weekend about creating community, which will then create a culture, and from there create a movement. And that, the first step is showing up and being part of that community. And Friday night with our family reunion, it was so funny because there was people that, you know, you see on in these little boxes for so many years. And I'm like, oh, you're so little, or wow, you're so tall. Because it's perspective when you're doing these Zoom things. And so just, you know, that physical contact, there was lots of tears of inspiration and laughter. So yeah, it was just this huge love fest, which then not only inspires and just, you know, gets the endorphins going for us individually, but builds on that. And I think that's really what this 100 is about as well, is starting with that original 100 people that are committed to themselves and then committed to sharing with others. And it doesn't have to be scary, and it doesn't have to be this big thing. It's just that, yes, we believe in Sunrider, we believe in regeneration, we believe in, you know, benefiting monetarily from referring people to this amazing company, and that will just exponentially grow. And what a beautiful movement to create around health and wealth. So I can't wait for the next, I know our next convention will be, you know, next year in June, and I can't wait for that. I really encourage people to go to these regional meetings in your area. You will not be disappointed. And just to feel that love and connection, you can't put that into words. So it was awesome. Super, super fun.
Great. Well, thank you. And you know, I feel totally the same. And you're right. I'll echo it again for anybody that's on the fence about coming to any of these regional meetings coming up. Please do it. And we are blessed in Phoenix coming up on September 9th to have Dr. and Mrs. Chin attending the meeting with us, along with Ruben and Sunny and Sehan and Kevin and all of the great leaders from the Phoenix area. I'm certainly going to miss you guys for being there as well. But again, it's coming back to Regina for your area and a few others around the world too. So always fun. And you know, just kind of come back really quick to echo on a couple of things you guys said. Same for me, it was the stories. I mean, just, you know, I know I've got kind of our pictures in the way here maybe, but you know, to see somebody like Susan Horn Sherry sharing her story on weight loss, to listen to Adil, who's one of my favorite people in the world to listen to meet Carrie, who's one of Margie's brand new aces that has grown up in the system, to just being around the family and the friends. It was so super. And this 100 that we've got the picture up here about, Finn, both you and Sheryl have commented to it. And again, what this really was is these are the people that are willing to commit this year to turning this 100 into 1,000 for next year, and that 1,000 into 10,000 in the years to come. So you're absolutely right. We're asking people to step up right now and make the commitment with us that we're going to continue to grow our Sunrider businesses over this next year and into the future. So thank you so much for sharing the way that you guys do. And it was so wonderful to be with both of you again. I can't tell you, I just had so much fun up there and just enjoyed every minute of it. So that was cool. If I can, I'm going to turn it back to Dolphin now for a second, because you've got something very special coming up here mid-September that maybe you can just explain to everybody what's going on, and then we can make a couple more comments about that too.
Absolutely. So, yeah, my fall cleanse is coming up middle of September. So twice a year, some of you are familiar that I do a spring cleanse, and have been doing that for many, many years. And then a few years ago, probably about 5 years ago, people started asking if I would do, you know, they were wanting to do it in the fall. And to be honest, my own body was telling me that, you know what, you can't wait a whole year for another cleanse. And the equinox is more ideal time to do a cleanse. It's a lot easier on your body when the sun is, you know, not at its extreme polars. And so so for the fall cleanse, it's similar to the spring cleanse, except of course we have different organ systems that are shining at that time. So right now we're in late summer, which is our stomach and spleen season. So our digestive system and our blood sugar systems. And then fall is our lung and large intestine system, which again is more respiratory and immune system. So we definitely focus on those organ systems. And fall, of course, is a wonderful time of year with harvest, lots of garden goodness. So we focus a little bit more on root vegetables than we might in the spring. And just, but again, it's an elimination process, slowly eliminating down to liquids, and then a few days of liquids, and then slowly coming back on to solids, heavily using our fortified Sunrider whole foods to add into our table foods, to just give our bodies the rest that it needs to be able to just eliminate, detox, get rid of the sludge. This time of year, people often suffer with allergies, or again, find their digestion is not, feeling great. Maybe we've had a summer of, lots of barbecues and drinking, margaritas like we did on the weekend.
That can happen.
So again, it's just that time to maybe take a break from that and just let the body kind of catch up. And then of course, there's also always in my cleanse, it's not just about the food, it's about our mental body, our emotional body. And we meet over Zoom with these classes for support and talking about different aspects of our life. So it's very supportive, it's very fun. And it's again, I know both of you have done both my fall and spring cleanse. So if you want to make any comments about it.
Absolutely. Well, for myself, and I've been on, well, a lifetime, but certainly a health journey with Sunrider for the past 30 years. Okay. And when I look back and I reflect, I have to really pay attention to maybe 3 years ago. Okay. Because there were 3 things that actually really jump started for me several years ago. Number one was plugging into your cleanse. Okay. The safe, gentle environment that it was. Had never done a cleanse before, so that was brand new to me. The second thing was when Ed and Jude started their sugar awareness group, and the third one about the same time is when Sunrider kicked off its first 30-day exercise challenge. And I look back to each of those things individually, but collectively happening about the same time. And those are things that really came together for me in terms of an uplifted health and wellness journey over the past number of years. But it all began with you and what started with this cleanse. So can't thank you enough. And I think I referred to it earlier, and I'll say it the same way. I hope I'm brave enough to join you again this year, which I will be, I promise, because my body tells me it needs it. So thank you. Looking forward to it. Sheryl, any comments from you?
You bet. I've done many cleanses in the past, but why I love Phyn's cleanse is not only because she's an expert in doing cleanses, she's an expert in wellness. So she incorporates the whole gamut of the wellness on this 10-day journey. And it's based on healthy principles. It's gentle, and I love the support. And it works, and you always come out feeling so much better and ready for the next season. So I love it.
Absolutely. Well, and we talk in Sunrider about balance and synergy all the time. And again, there's tremendous synergy between what we're doing here with the fall cleanse, and then, as you say, gradually reincorporating Sunrider foods back into our system again, which will only be multiplied in terms of their impact once we've had a chance to get rid of some of the negativity from our body and some of the toxins that we've accumulated during the summer. So really looking forward to this. Thank you. And we will share more about the cleanse as it gets a little bit closer on one of our other calls, which I guess is probably a good way to segue right here, right now, because again, we simply wanted this to be a short call for everybody, let you know what we saw up in Redmond, all the positive aspects with Sunrider, because again, folks, Sunrider is coming back. We've had this number of months where we've had product issues, but everything's coming back. The production is fully up and running. In the next couple of months, we'll be seeing all of our favorite Sunrider products coming back on the shelf again. And before I just kind of finish up, I just wanted to tease you guys a little bit. We are going to be doing another call in the next couple of weeks that will be very specific to the late summer and the earth element timing. They're of course leading then into the autumn and touching on these seasons together. So again, Dolphin, Cheryl, thank you guys so much for being here with me on this call. Any last comments for anybody before we head off and get ready for the late summer in the Earth element?
Yeah, just looking forward to the fall and what it brings, and have a great time in Phoenix at the meeting.
Guaranteed will do. Yeah.
Look forward to seeing you at the next event.
I hope so too, hopefully really soon. And again, everybody, thank you for joining us today. If there's any questions about this, or in particular about that 100, if anybody wants to join the 100 that's watching this group or this video, please let one of the three of us know, and we'll make sure your name gets added to that list. Okay. Until next time, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.